Good afternoon, Joy in the Morning family. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I was in the midst of my workday and God just really impressed upon me to stop what I was doing and record this video. So, as you know, my scripture for the month is James 4 and 8, which I'm sure you've heard me reference in a lot of my past videos. And it has just really it's been deeply on my mind. It's had staying power. It has not let me loose, so to speak. And honestly, it's because God has just really impressed upon me the need to draw nearer to Him. And I don't know what season you're in, I don't know what you may currently be going through, but I just want to ask you, how often do we stop and just really spend time with God? And not just spending time with God because it's one more thing to do on our checklist, or spending time with God because that's what our friends are doing, or that's what the people on YouTube are doing, but spending God out of the true desire to have a relationship with Him and to grow deeper and go deeper with Him and get deeper into His Word. And it's easy to say, yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing, but are we truly digging in and just getting to the meat and potatoes of the thing, as my grandma used to say? Um, Honestly, I don't want spending time with God to be one more thing to do on my to do list. I just don't. I want it to be a priority just like the air that we breathe, right? I want to show up for God the way He shows up for me. And I'm sure you do too, honestly. And so He's shown up for us, even honestly when we don't deserve it. And I will say specifically for me, when I know there are things that felt like I didn't deserve it, but He gave us a promise in this verse. And I love that He says, if we draw near to Him, He will draw near to us. And that's a assurance from God, a promise from God. And we know that His word doesn't return to Him void, right? It's an assurance that He loves us so much that all we have to do is take that initial step, and He's going to meet us exactly where we are. And so today, that's what I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to dig deep, go deeper in your relationship with God. Draw near to Him, and He will draw near to you, because that is what living a surrendered life is all about. It's about actively seeking God, no matter what your situation is, no matter what your life looks like, and denying yourself, taking up your cross, and following Him, as He tells us in Matthew 16 and 24. If you go deeper into the verse, it talks about continuing to cleanse your hands and purify your hearts, you double-minded. And I think that it's important that our outward profession, so to speak, our confession of faith, that it actually matches an inward change, right? We need to change on the inside so that it matches what we're claiming or proclaiming on the outside. We need to pattern our lives after Jesus, right? Aligning our every action every day to His will. And so I know that's not an easy feat. It's a daily decision, a daily choice, so to speak, to dive deeper in that relationship and to choose God over everything. And He is waiting for us. And aren't you glad He's waiting for you? I know that I am. And so if you need a tip on where to start, how to begin, right? Just start with prayer. Have a conversation with God. Just tell Him what's on your heart. Tell Him what's on your mind. Tell Him what you've been struggling with. Tell Him if you need more direction, more wisdom, more discernment in reference to His word. And if you're not sure where to start as far as a scripture, start with James 4 and 8. Just start there. Be like, God, I know what your word says. I know your word said if I draw near, you'll draw near to me. I know that you said that I need to cleanse my hands and purify my mind. And God, I don't know where to start. And it's okay to tell God we don't know. I think we get so caught up thinking that we can't say, Lord, I don't know. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where to start. And what's important in that whole thing is just start. That is what is important. And so um, I just want to give you that bit of encouragement on today. Drop me a message in the comments. Tell me how you are planning on drawing near to God or what you are already doing to draw near to God. Let's help one another, encourage one another so that we can continue to grow in the Word together. And as always, if you need prayer, let me know how I can pray for you, what you need prayer for. And if you haven't had a chance to check out that community page, go ahead, give it a look see. And I share some different things over there, devotionals that I'm doing, this book that I need to definitely dive into for my Christian book club. Also, I wrote a devotional. Feel free to check it out. I'm thinking about doing a study with the author. Let me know if that's something that you might be interested in. And if you are not already subscribed, if you can subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and hit that bell notification. Otherwise, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Be well, Joy in the Morning family. I am praying for you and with you, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.